Hi everyone, Chelsea Gay here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center with GoLocal Live. My first guest on the show today is TJ McNulty, coming here from the Rhode Island Seafood Festival that's going on this weekend. Definitely wanted to bring him on to tell you guys a little bit about the event and what you can expect if you haven't heard about it yet. So without further ado, TJ, let's talk about it.
Thank you very much, Chelsea. We're going into our 8th year this year. It is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We've got bands all day. We've got a whole bunch of food vendors and several artists as well. Pre-ticket sales are already done, so you have to get your tickets at the door, but you can do that just by coming down, waiting online to get in, and paying your money at the door. Ticket sales cover you for getting into the festival, and then food is for sale inside from the vendors themselves.
Awesome. So if someone's come in the past years, I know I went 5 years ago, if you've come last year, I mean, what can we expect this year that's maybe different, maybe better, awesome? What are we going to see this year?
We're expecting more food vendors this year, a larger crowd. So if you're coming, get there early. Bring cash. We have ATMs there, but it is an outside company that does the ATM, so it is a bit higher fee. And if you can take public transportation or Uber or Lyft or a cab, we highly recommend doing that. Where the park is in Providence, at India Point, there's nearly no parking there. There's some street parking, and the police have been really good about not ticketing people that park on the street or pull up on the grass. But there is very, very, very limited parking. It is one of our biggest hurdles with the location, but the trade-off is it's really beautiful where it is.
Well, you guys also have booze, so you probably shouldn't drive anyway.
You probably shouldn't drive anyway. Yeah,
and tell us about that. What kind of...
We have a whole bunch of beer from Narragansett, from Whalers. We have wine from Josh Sellers. And we also have vodka drinks from Deep Eddy Vodka, along with some dark rum drinks, and lemonade from Loyal Lemonade, who's done by Sons of Liberty Distillery.
And you were telling me earlier a little bit about the food vendors and how you're kind of hoping to make it an experience for the whole day. So what is the process that you're hoping people go through when they're at the event?
Yeah, so we have music set up all day, and our music is a lot of local bands, some really, really, really talented musicians. And we also have bag toss, and we have Jenga, and we have Big Connect 4. So the idea is for people to come, get a little bit of food from the vendors that they see that they want to get food from, maybe play some games, watch some music, have a couple drinks, then get some more food, then maybe go back to the music and the games, hang out. The park is waterfront. It's absolutely beautiful. And then get some more food. The idea is for people to come and stay for the day and try as much food as they can. It's all reasonably priced, a lot of market price food. No one's price gouging. The idea is for everyone to get a really good deal at the festival.
Awesome. And so why set it up in Providence? You know, I know you've been here for 8 years. Obviously, it's worked out for you guys, but what was the original?
Yeah, 8 years ago, there was originally 3 of us who started it, and then it was brought up as, you know, there was no seafood festival in Providence, and there was a great one in South County in Charlestown. And we thought that with India Point being finished after the 195 relocate, that would be a really great location. So we were super green in the first year. It's now just me that runs the festivals with a lot of help from a lot of really close friends and people who work for me. But yeah, the event has grown tremendously in the past 8 years, and we're really happy with the growth, and we're working on branching out to do more events at India Point Park.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today with us.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, it's Saturday and Sunday this
Saturday
weekend?
and Sunday, 11 to 7 on Saturday, 11 to 5 on Sunday, and then next weekend will be the Rhode Island Music and Arts Festival, which will be Friday and Saturday from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday and from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday. Providence Power Yoga will be doing a yoga session at the festival in the first hour that you come. So if you come, you buy tickets to get in. You don't have to pay for the yoga. It's just part of the thing that's there. And we'll have a whole bunch of more fun stuff for the music festival. So check out that lineup as well.
That's awesome. And you guys also do the Barbecue Fest as well. So for anybody who's attended that event.
We do, yeah. The Barbecue and Blues Festival we do in June.
Okay, great. Well, TJ, it was so awesome to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for
Everybody
having me.
make sure to check out the event this weekend. I'm sure it's going to be great and filled with awesome Rhode Island seafood, drinks, and fun. So thanks a lot. We'll be right back with our next awesome guest. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm here with my very exciting second guest today, Marcello Haynes. Nice to meet you and see you. Yes, from Providence Kayak. He's also here to talk about the Providence Riverboat Company and Providence Gondola as well, I believe. Okay, so I know we're wrapping up the summer season. It's after Labor Day, but you guys still have some events going on, some exciting things going on with Providence Kayak and with the other two companies. So why don't you give us kind of a little background of what's left of this season, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
Sure. Well, the kayak season is going to end first. We'll only go until October 7th, going down to Saturdays and Sundays, starting this weekend, from Friday through Monday, all during high season. And for the kayaks, we pretty much just have, the opportunity to rent them, but as well a number of kayak tours that we still have left on the schedule. A couple of Thursday nights, but mostly Saturday mornings.
And the tours, what do those entail? Are you going through different Providence areas through the river? Or?
So they're a bit longer than the normal rental. They're about an hour and a half. They are led by a very enthusiastic and passionate former water fire volunteer who is very knowledgeable about the city, and we can take up to 16 passengers on the kayak. So with him paddling one of them, it's 15 passengers out on a tour, and they've been very well received. This is the first season that we've tried them this year.
Awesome. And you guys have moved over now to the basin of Waterfire, correct? Was that this year that you moved?
No, we started there last year.
But you do have new inventory, I've heard. There's paddle boats now. Why don't you tell us about that?
So we've purchased some pedal boats from a company up in Boston and are looking forward to probably getting them fully functional and on the water for next season.
Great. And that will, allow kids to participate, or is that all ages on the paddle boats?
Yep. So all ages. Obviously, we want kids to be accompanied by an adult,
of
but
course, yeah,
absolutely.
Don't just put your kid in the river.
But you can put the kids on board with. We see a number of parents taking children in the tandem kayaks as well, so it's still possible.
And so tell me a little bit about the rest of the companies you have. So I know the gondola, Providence Gondola, that's going to go through the Waterfire, right?
Right. So my company, La Gondola Providence, and the Providence Riverboat Company, run by Kristen Stone and Captain Tom McGinn, together opened the kayak company. So,
awesome.
So we opened that together just to give people another option on the water. And when it comes to both of the other operations, I believe they are also going until the last Waterfire, which is November 10th this year. So operating for another 2 months full. And there's a number of events going on, actually. We are planning ourselves a wine tasting, hopefully with Armando Bichelia from Trattoria Zuma very shortly. They actually have a wine tasting tonight at Gooseneck Vineyards, as well as...
And the wine tasting is on the gondola?
On the boats,
yep. Great,
absolutely. On top of that, actually, we just had a meeting with Courtney over at the Providence Ghost Tours. We're going to be doing haunted gondola rides on Mondays starting Columbus Day, so Mondays in October, haunted gondola rides along the river.
And they're providing the ghosts?
Yeah, they're providing the tour guide anyway.
She'll find the ghosts.
Right, exactly.
Okay. And now, just if you're not looking to do events and you want to go on a gondola for the evening, how do you reserve that, and what does that normally look like? Is it an Italian experience? Is there a singer? I mean.
Yep. So the standard trip is about 40 minutes long. And with every trip, we provide ice bucket glasses and opener, bring your own bottle. We serve handmade Italian wine biscuits to go with it. Always a little singing from the gondoliers. Really, the only time that we can't sing is on a Waterfire night, just because the music is a little bit too loud. But it's we like to distinguish that we are gondoliers who row, not singers. Sorry, gondoliers who sing, not singers who row. So it's an important distinction to make there.
Okay, so nobody's got a Grammy Award.
Right, exactly.
And I have to ask, how many engagements have you had on the gondolas? Has it been a ton?
I wish that I had kept better track of that sort of thing.
You should. There should be an
I've been
award
rowing
for
now
that.
for 19 years. I have been saying at least for 5 or 6 years that I've seen 300 or 400 proposals, just me. And there are 15 of us rowing now. So there's a lot.
Propose on a gondola. How many people have said no? Maybe
not a single person yet has said no.
Propose on a gondola.
It's a pretty good home court advantage.
And then, so for the riverboat company, is that something, you can rent out the entire boat for a group, or what does that normally look like? How does that differ from, a gondola option or kayaking?
Yep, so the gondolas are pretty much always private trips. Captain Tom does delightful narrated tour of the city that can either be private for a larger group or semi-private, you know, people sitting together but in different groups. And they seat up to 18 on their 2 Carolina skiffs. So you can hold a pretty large party if you've got a large group, or
Awesome.
you know, bachelorette parties, corporate events. They do a lot of private things as well as the tours open to the public.
And for those who may not know, when you start in the basin, right, they all start in the same area, all of the boat tours? Or?
No, they all start in different areas, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
the
confusing.
kayak company operates from Water Place Park.
Got it.
The gondola landing is just a block or so downriver of that at One Citizens Plaza. And the Providence Riverboat Company operates from the Fox Point Marina.
Okay, okay. So
Whiskey Republic Hot Club.
And then where does it go in its entirety on these 3 different tours, for those who may not be familiar with the Providence River?
So all starting from different ways and going in different directions, but it's pretty much all, Captain Tom goes the furthest, being motorized, so all the way from the marina up into Water Place Park and back. And then our trips usually turn around in front of where they're building the new pedestrian bridge on the old 195 foundations, right around Bacaro and the Wild Colonial on South Water Street.
Awesome. And so for any of the viewers who may have noticed that the Providence River is getting a little bit cleaner, it may be because of the initiative that you guys have to pick up trash in the river. I know you have a $5 off promotion for a bag of trash.
Yes, indeed. It's 5 for 5. So if you
awesome.
are going out on a kayak and you bring back 5 pieces of garbage, we take $5 off your next rental of a kayak.
And so what prompted that? You just...
Well, some people just started bringing back trash, and we figured, you know, it might be a nice thing to give people a discount, you know, for the next time, just to do it. You know, and we are all very mindful. I'm a former science teacher myself, and you know, we work on the water, so we always like to see it getting cleaner and cleaner, which it has been, you know, for years.
Yeah.
But this is a nice way to kind of get everybody involved with fixing it up.
And so for those who might be a little wary to get on the Providence River, or any river, you know, like me, I'm not a water person. Is it for beginners? Can you kayak, you know, if you have never done it before? Is it a good idea to come visit you guys to learn, or how does that work?
The nice thing about where we operate is, for gondolas as well and Providence Riverboat, is there's almost never any choppiness on the water. If there was, I would probably recommend that a beginner stay off of the water.
You're not whitewater rafting.
Yeah, so you know, maybe check and see what the breeze is going to be like. If you know, we're looking at about a 5 to 10, even a 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze. Even a beginner should be able to handle the rivers in Providence without too much of an issue.
And so what's next for the next season? I mean, are you guys going to introduce any other new fun things? Or I know the paddle boats are coming, but
yep, so we got the pedal boats coming,
Yep.
number 1. So we're very excited about that. And probably just do a little bit more expanding on the things that we've already done with the guided tours on the kayaks, hopefully adding a few more if possible. And potentially on the gondolas and the riverboat company doing more of these kind of special events like the ghost tours and the wine tastings, and just to add a little bit more variety to what it is that all the different companies offer.
Okay, so I know we've talked about 3 separate companies, so if you would go ahead and just tell our viewers how they can find out about each company and how they can learn more and reserve if they would like to, a tour or, you know, a boat, gondola, etc.
Sure. So kind of putting me on the spot here a little bit
sorry.
because I don't remember what
I'll put it in the editorial,
what the Providence Riverboat Company is. So I know our website is easy, gondolari.com. That's
Perfect.
the La Gondola website. I believe it's just providencekayak.com, and then I think it's Providence Riverboat.
People can Google it. That'll
Yeah,
be
just
fun.
do a Google search for gondolas in Providence, Providence Riverboat, and Providence Kayak.
Yeah, of
we
course.
come right up.
Well, as long as we know we can make the reservations online, because that's all anybody wants
You
to
absolutely
do
can.
now anyways. Well, I hope to see everybody out there on the water this weekend. I'll wave to you while I
That'd be
walk
great.
down the Providence River. We got another nice weekend coming up, I think. So.
And for the record, I'm sure you know Tom would say the same thing. I became a gondolier because I like being on the water, not in the water.
That's
so
true.
the gondola and the Providence Riverboat are also great options for people who don't like being that near to the water, just
Great.
kind of on it.
Great. Okay, well, Marcello, it was really awesome to have you on the show. We
Pleasure's mine,
appreciate you
Chelsea.
coming on. It's sad because we're at the end of summer, but there's still a light. There's a month left of
That's
kayaking.
right.
And,
September and October are really great times to be out on the water.
Oh, perfect. And it's clean now. So
Yeah, exactly.
I look forward
A lot
to that.
cleaner.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We
Thank
have
you.
another exciting guest coming up next, so stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back. Our last guest on the show today is Jim Fortier, one of our regulars from Blueprint 5 Men's Clothing in East Greenwich.
That's me.
And wearing white after Labor Day.
Well, just a little.
I thought that was a fashion faux
No,
pas.
not a shirt. That's legal. I'm still within, and it's still kind of hot out, so you know,
It
you get a little
Yeah,
pass.
we'll talk about that. I see you brought some nice winter clothes in
Can't
for
you
this
feel
night.
the change in the air? I mean, the
Oh,
leaves
yes.
are changing. The pumpkin spice is available at Starbucks. You
Oh
know.
yeah, well the chill is not, just hasn't come through yet. I guess I don't know.
I feel it.
Nope, I refuse. No pumpkins yet.
Come on, Chelsea.
Nope.
You've got white on after Labor Day.
It's yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right. You're
all
right.
right, okay.
So anyway, we're here to talk fall,
We're
winter
talk-
fashion, and
Fall, winter fashion. We'll talk about layering. We're going to talk about new product for the store. We're going to
Awesome.
talk about, and then there's something else I want to talk about. We're going to talk about dry cleaning today. Isn't that exciting? We're
ooh,
going to
that
talk about
is
dry cleaning.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm very
Hey,
excited
well,
about
I've
that.
heard many different things, so I'm excited for you to debunk some dry cleaning myths.
I have a story to tell.
Oh, good.
So we're going to start with, this is a new product for the
this is
store.
beautiful.
This is from Naples, Italy. This is a product by a gentleman called Mario Muscarello. And he has a very small shop in Naples, Italy. This just came in yesterday. These jackets just came in yesterday. This is a partially handmade jacket made out of a jersey stretch.
Oh,
So
wow.
this has
Very
a
comfortable.
lot of stretch. You
Yeah.
can put this on. You can put this on over a sweater. You can put this on over a shirt and tie.
It's almost like a
It's almost
sweatshirt
like
material.
a sweatshirt material, but it's done in a sport jacket. So, and it's got a lot of stretch, so it'll sit on your body nice and tight if you wanted
Nice.
to. And
Looks
again,
good.
a lot of handwork, beautiful mother of pearl buttons, hand done buttonholes. The product is premium, really, from Naples, Italy. We
Feels
love this.
beautiful,
We
I have to
absolutely
say.
love this.
I have to tell people how it feels because they can't touch
Because
it.
they can't tell from here. Wow. So here is another jacket by Mario Muscarello.
Oh, wow.
And this feels amazing, right?
It
so
does.
this is a cotton moleskin.
It's almost like felt.
Yeah, it's almost
I
like
could
a felt-
describe it.
So, moleskin is almost like corduroy without the whale on it. That's
Ah,
the best way to describe
that
it.
is a great description of
And
that.
this also has a lot of handwork on it, but this is also stretch. So
Okay.
again, you can wear this almost as an
So
outerwear
Thanksgiving,
piece.
you can
Oh,
stretch yourself out in
Oh
it.
my! Yeah, when you feel like you need to let
You ate too
unbutton,
much-
you won't have to. You can
You eat
just
too much
stretch.
turkey. Yeah, okay, I got it.
And this is a really cool piece. Again, this just came in yesterday. I'm so
I
excited
love
to have
it.
this.
Yeah,
This is our
beautiful
first
color
season,
too.
first season with Mario's product in the store, and I couldn't be happier. I think we're going to
Awesome.
sell this really super
Beautiful,
well this
yeah.
year.
What else do we have? Oh, here we go. We're getting warmer.
This piece
Ugh.
is one of my favorites. Yeah, but
making
this
me
is
warm
one
looking
of
at
my
it.
favorites. We've done this.
Very beautiful.
We've done this vest now in a couple of different ways at the store previously. I've done it in a navy, technical fabric. I did it last year in an off-white technical fabric, and
Mm-hmm.
this year we did it in this beautiful sort of mink-colored cashmere and wool, trimmed
Awesome.
with suede.
beautiful.
This is made for us. This is under our label, designed by us, out of Italy. This is a merino wool sleeve,
Oh, this is part of the.
and this unzips.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So this
okay.
becomes a vest. These sleeves come completely off, and you can wear it with the sleeves or without the sleeves.
There you go.
And
They need to make that for women.
beautiful. Well, you know, we could probably work on that for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But this is made for us in Italy in this beautiful little shop, and
Beautiful.
I couldn't be happier with this because people just love the look of this. They love the
gorgeous.
design of this. It's super soft.
Feels very,
It-
quality as well.
It is
yeah.
going to get cooler.
Nobody believes it now.
At some point, I don't know if that's going to be today or not. As
I've
I'm
heard we're gonna have a rainy winter, so
So I
stock
brought
up on
these.
the layers.
I brought these trousers
Oh, these are
to see
beautiful.
how this would go with this vest. This is a beautiful line called Germano.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only store in Rhode Island to have Germano trousers. You can see this is almost like a suit
Beautiful.
stripe, done in an occasional pant, as I like to call it. Instead of a regular solid dress pant, you add a little life to it by doing a stripe, something like that.
An
And you-
occasional pant. I like
an
that.
occasional pant, yeah. And you can wear it with this vest. You could certainly pair it with the vest here. And I brought a shirt and tie that you could also pair this with.
Beautiful.
The next two pieces are a combination of product from Ireland, the Aryan Islands. There's a small Aryan island called Inishmaan, and they're known for two things. They're known for the wool and the linen that they produce, and they're known for fishing.
Oh, Okay, makes sense.
And so this is
This is nice.
this is an overshirt. So you would wear this maybe with a t-shirt or something like that and a pair of jeans.
Okay.
So consider this a very light fall jacket.
Yeah.
So this is made out of...
You leave it unbuttoned?
You can leave it unbuttoned, you can button it up, but most guys would probably leave it unbuttoned.
Yeah.
So this is beautiful Irish wool, and this is made in Italy. And this is sort of just a gray
Beautiful.
and black little check, but these are hugely successful in the shop. I love having these. This
Another
is a second
similar
one that we
one. Oh, yeah.
did. Little bit different wool, a little bit different texture.
Got a very subtle stitching in there too. It's
There's
really
a very
pretty.
subtle plaid in here of blue and red. So this is really why this works so well here in New England, because this is this sort of updated Irish sweater thing. And it's sort of New England, but with a little bit of twist. So it's conservative, but it's updated at the same time. Designed in Italy. It's not this big blousey shirt, but it is an overshirt nonetheless. Super comfortable, super cool, super chic.
Awesome. And you brought us a shirt and tie as well?
I
or?
brought a beautiful shirt and tie.
Let's see it.
So this shirt and tie.
I love that combination.
I know, this is fantastic. So this shirt is by Zacchus of Italy. We're the only store in Rhode Island to carry Zacchus. Nice Italian line. Fits really well. I have their product in the store year round. This is the first one we've gotten in for fall, and it's sort of this umber with a little bit of gray and a little bit of navy
beautiful.
plaid. And I paired it up today with this tie from Milan by Nikki, and it's just beautiful olive with this mustard sort of brownish dot on it.
Awesome.
And you could wear this together certainly with this.
Oh yeah.
You could certainly wear it together. I really brought it ideally
For that.
for
Yeah, that's
this,
beautiful.
because this just sings, and you could wear these trousers with that.
Yep.
And really it's about taking pieces like these outerwear pieces, it's about taking those things and putting them on over something else, being a little daring and not just using them for what you would traditionally think, but something a little different. You know, what the Italians do is they'll take a vest like this, they'll take the sleeves off and take a vest like this and wear it over a sport jacket.
Yeah.
And that's not something that we see around here, but you can have a
Why
little
not?
fun and be a little bold
Of course.
with some of these things, right? Excuse me. I didn't
No,
mean to-
it's okay.
Didn't mean to touch
So
you.
for those that are, you know, wearing the suit and tie to work every day,
Yep.
and, you know, it's hot in the summer, it actually ends up getting nicer in the fall. What are some ways that they can style that up as it starts to get a little chillier? You know, what are your suggestions for those people that may not have, you know, a wardrobe such as this for their everyday?
So one of the things you can do with a suit is you can throw an outerwear piece over that. It doesn't have to be this long traditional piece. Throw
Yeah.
something a little shorter on. Even if the jacket's hanging out a little bit, it's got a little bit of attitude, a little bit of edge. It makes it a little bit younger, a little bit more modern. Take a vest. Throw a puffy vest over your suit.
Like
It's
that.
an unusual look. Certainly
Yeah.
acceptable. People are going to notice you. Not everybody's going to do that, but be your own person. Have your own style. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. We just, we're designing a suit right now, 2 suits for a gentleman who's a very good customer. And normally I don't put a cuff on a trouser, but this guy's very stylish, and we put a 2-inch cuff on his pants to go with his suit because we made it a little shorter because he's a little more fashion. So
Fashion forward.
fashion forward, be your own person. It's nice to have these traditional things, but sometimes you can just take those things and twist them a little bit and spin them on their head.
And how about accessories? I mean, I know like for a while people were doing like a tie clip or a pocket square. I mean, what's happening in accessories?
You know, accessories are still kind of up to the individual. Bracelets are still big for men. Oddly enough, bracelets are
Yeah.
still big, and we sell a bunch of different kinds
Really?
of bracelets. I sell sterling bracelets, I sell leather bracelets, I sell silk bracelets, and I like combinations of different things.
Bracelet and a watch always looks nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
There seems to be a negative connotation for a guy to wear bracelets around here, but I sell a lot of them, and it
Yeah,
works really well. Yeah,
of
super
course.
cool. The other thing is pocket squares are still really big.
Yep.
Some people are pocket square people, some people aren't. But if a guy is choosing to wear a sport jacket and no tie, and he has a simple shirt on, it's okay to throw a pocket square in as sort of an accessory to finish things off. Socks are great
Fun
accessories.
socks. Yeah, of course.
I do have no socks on today
Oh my gosh.
because it's 1,000 degrees
Because it's a million
out.
degrees out, yeah.
But I love socks, and I love socks that come all the way up.
Yep.
I love an over-the-calf sock. I'm not a lower, because I want to see the whole sock. If I cross my legs, I want you to see the sock.
You have the sock suspenders too and pull them
No,
up.
I don't go quite that far. You got to know me a little bit better than that. But no, I don't go quite that far. But there are garters, guys who wear garters.
Hey, well,
I don't know anybody who's wearing garters.
Gotta keep them up. So anyway, this is fun.
This is fun.
Last guest, too much fun.
The other thing I want to talk about today is dry cleaning.
Oh yes, I forgot we were talking about dry cleaning.
Do we still have a minute to talk
yeah,
about dry cleaning?
Yeah, of course. I won't fall asleep.
Oh my God, no. This is so important for everybody because we generally, at some point, we have finer things that we take to the dry cleaner.
And all of these, I'm assuming, should be dry cleaned.
Everything here should be dry cleaned.
Yeah.
Even the tie, if you have to take the tie. Nothing should be dry cleaned. Seriously, expensive goods like this that are custom made or something like this or a suit or a sport jacket or a fine dress shouldn't really be dry cleaned unless you stain it, you spill something on it, or if you sweat through it per se. Most times, and what happens, especially in this country, is people, they wear something and no matter what, they take it to the dry cleaner, they get it dry cleaned, and then they think that that's a good thing and they put it away. I had a gentleman bring 2 suits in last week that he bought from me last year, and we had to do some other alterations on them. And when he handed me the suits, they looked sad. Oh. They lost the life that they had. They lost the luster that they have. In wool like this, and in wool like this, or that's cotton, but in wools like this, there's a certain amount of oil, natural oil called lanolin that comes from the wool. Yeah. And that repels water, it repels stains, it repels odors. The dry cleaning product specifically is there to remove oils, hence getting stains out. If you stain and it's a salad dressing, that product is to remove the oil. So not only are you removing the oil from that spot, if you have a spot, but you're removing the natural oil from the entire garment. Okay. Which is slowly over time going to ruin the product. It's going to become dry, it's going to become brittle. They don't press it right. The proper thing to do is if you wear a garment, let's say that I wear this today and I'm warm and I'm sweaty, which I am. Yep. The best thing for me to do is to take this home and put it on the hanger and let it air out for a day. Okay. If it gets wrinkled, let's say that I put this in the back of the car, and guys do this all the time, and they leave their jacket in the back of the car and it's back there for a day or so and it gets wrinkled. If you don't want to press it, don't get it dry cleaned, but when you take it to your dry cleaner, just say press only. Okay. You will get much more longevity out of your very expensive clothes if you have them pressed more frequently instead of dry cleaned, or if you don't dry clean as often. If something isn't stained, if something isn't dirty, like right about now, people are starting to think about switching their closets, right? Yep. Oof. Right. Unfortunately. But maybe once a year, twice a year to dry clean. Yeah. That's really it. That's all you should be doing. Good to know. We over dry clean a little bit too much. And of course. I just wanted to have that conversation today. I think that's very important. You don't want to ruin, if you're going to invest in these things. Like this little number here, you should not be dry cleaning that. No, I think I just washed it in the regular washing machine. I am not the person to talk to about this. I don't have any nice things. But anyway. Whatever. So anyway, anything else we need to know about fall fashion? About fall fashion, there's more coming every day to the store. We'll be inundated with packages over the next 2 weeks. Awesome. We are going to be starting a sale. Ooh, summer stuff? At the shop. Some summer stuff, yes, some spring stuff. Previous season merchandise, and that's going to start, I believe, on the 21st of the month. Okay. And we're going to be announcing that. There'll be an email, there'll be an announcement, and there'll be a mailer going out and all that stuff, but we are going to start having a sale on the 21st. Awesome. So come on down and save some money. For people who may or may not know, I mean, what is the experience that you're hoping to give when someone comes in the store? Because I know a lot of this stuff might be, kind of a fashion reach for some people, and when they go in the store, are you going to help them, figure out ways to wear it? Are you going to make it work in their current wardrobe? Really, what's the process? The whole process, that's a great question, because there is a process. And when you come to a store like mine, which is a traditional brick and mortar store that's owner occupied and owner run, I think you get a much different experience than if you go to the mall, or if you go to Nordstrom's, or if you go to Brooks Brothers. You get me. And I'm there to answer all your questions. And not only am I going to answer your questions, I'm going to ask you questions. What do you do for a living? How much do you travel? What's your home life like? What do you wear on the weekends? What do you have in your wardrobe already? How many suits do you have? What kind of suits do you have? How do they fit? Do they fit well? Do they need alterations? So I ask a lot of questions in the process of getting to know somebody. And then, before we even look at anything, I ask all those questions, and then we go from there. But the process is really to find out a lot about my customer and my client before we start the process of buying. How do you like to fit your clothes? Are you more conservative? Do you like things with a little bit of attitude? How do you like your jeans? You know, all these questions I try to find out in a short period of time, and then we go forward. And what's their main purpose for coming to us? Is it a suit? Is it a sport coat? Is it a pair of jeans? Is it just some overall information? It's an experience. And then when we start to fit you, you get to meet the tailor. And the tailor Tony is probably the best tailor in the state of Rhode Island.
Awesome.
Doing it since he was 10 years old in Italy. He's in his 70s. He knows what he's doing. He does a phenomenal job. So that whole service thing between myself and my knowledge and Tony and his knowledge and experience hopefully ends up being an enjoyable experience for people.
Great.
And makes them want to come back.
Well, I have to check out the showroom. I heard it's really cool.
You
I heard
have to
I heard something about a bicycle inside, you know.
There's all kinds of things going on down there. We have animals, we have bicycles, we have all
Great.
sorts of
Why
weird
not?
things.
Well, Jim, thank you so much
It was a pleasure.
joining me on the show. I'm
I
sure
can't
we'll have
wait
you
to
on
come back.
in the winter to talk about swimsuits, you know, because
Yes,
everything's
because that's about
season
where we're
ahead.
going to head now. Yeah.
Of course. Well, it's awesome to chat with you today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you to everyone. We are signing off on Go Local Live. I am Chelsea Gay, and I'll see you next week with some exciting new guests.